a building here to try and block this and delay this. Team Ascension's player right now going for an expansion on the low ground. Feels pretty safe. Of course, this is a Mothership Core expand. And I mean, when this command center was put down, the cyber core wasn't even done. So the worst that could have happened is a zealot walking the whole map and some aggression, maybe with the one zealot and mothership core that would have been denied eventually. So yeah, it's safe to say here that our players will move into the mid game with those open airs and that nothing special will happen unless there's a an eventual proxy or something, which should not be the case at this point. I mean, there was a second. No, it's Twilight Council. I thought that was a second gate. Huh. Huh. Interesting. So this could eventually be Blink, I guess. This could be Blink. So we're gonna see Hushang start to send in some probes here to this natural. We'll see what his next choices will be. He's producing a second stalker here. Reaper scouting will be completely inefficient because of the mothership core and the two stalkers there. It's indeed Blink that's being researched right now. Spec. Um, as far as the Terran is concerned, there is a Widowmine on the field, two Marines. There's been a starport that just got added on, and some SCVs will start populating this base here, Widowmine, and Spec is really worried for Oracles, and it shows. I mean, I really thought these were the two first Marines that we saw, but he kept producing them, and there's actually 6, which is exactly the number of Marines you need to deflect an Oracle attack, by the way. 6 Marines kill 6 Marines kill an Oracle. We had a skirmish here, and First Blood was spilled as well by those two stalkers here, only suffering slight shielded damage. That will be, there you go. Oh, interesting. We have a. I didn't even realize we had this mod going on. So as you can see right now, the minimap shows whenever there is a drop loaded, and that applies for all races. Blink not quite done yet. Medevac will be boosting. He doesn't quite know anything about what Hushang is doing. There was a scan spent in the main here that, but not late enough so that he could scout the eventuality of Blink. Widowmine is down. Probes were backed out in time. There is detection on the way. Widowmine is out. It will get focused, but successfully lands and hits the stalkers. That's a sick connection right there, but detection is there to save the day, and this Widowmine will never be seen again. Hushang tries to maximize the return of his probes here by detonating, forcing the Widowmine to detonate on a single probe. Oh, I wonder if, I don't know if, oh yeah, he saw the, there's a little pylon here, a little scouting pylon that has been put down by Hushang to see incoming drops. That's gonna come in handy. Robo Bay and a forge being added on by our Protoss player. Meanwhile, there are 2 bunkers being added by Spec, who seemed like he was gonna go for full-on aggression with this very early Widowmine drop, and now he's in full defense mode. Is there a third command center? Not even a third command center, and it's the second time I see this. I did not mention it the first time, but it's the second time that we get a heavy supply block coming from the Terran player, and there's three supply depots just now completing, and production will be started again. That's unfortunate. That's like 2 full rounds of production missing from Spec's army. He could be sitting at over 100 supply right now, but it's not the case. Hushang sitting at 87 harvester wise. He is ahead. And I had a little difficulty saying that. Let me just rephrase it. Get something to drink. He is ahead. There you go. That was better. 3 gateways added by Hushang. Let's return on production. First Colossus is on the way, as well as extended thermal lens here. Chrono boosted, both of them. There's a little army here for Spec, and that's what I meant, little army. There are 2 Marauders and at least 4 or 6 Marines missing from this bush. Stimpack finishes, as well as combat shield, so he's got +1 attack on the way as well. But this army will be seen here. Hushang knows about this. Some of the units were hidden, but you see, Hushang was almost coming out of his base, and it's not going to be the case anymore. He's going to be sitting right in that gap between the third and the natural. 2 medevacs were loaded. Still a reasonable amount of units here headed for the third. Meanwhile, these are 12 Marines and 2 Marauders. So again, a reasonable, but they're expected. So you were expected, and that's a nice reaction. He will successfully deflect this double medevac drop. Photon Overcharge was put down in the third, and the second attack will get deflected as well. Meanwhile, Spec is taking a third. Building an armory and an engineering bay in a peculiar position here. I'm not quite sure about this. I guess he's gonna have control over the area in front of, well, that area, that gap I was talking about between the natural and the third. He will have control over it, so it's not really exposed, but still. Let's see. Map vision is definitely going towards the Team Ascension's player. Hushang is pretty much confined to his base at the moment. Doesn't see this push. Oh, he does! Oh, that's quite lucky. This observer is not well placed, I believe, but yeah, he's gonna see the whole army now. Some of it's just sneaked into that little dark gap over here. But Hushang still got a glimpse of that attack and was able to react in time. Just how many? Oh my god, that's 9 gates? Wow. That's 9 gates, and they're all in the main, which is quite risky, I guess you could say. If there is a doom drop or something coming out, he could lose everything. If he loses control of this main, it's pretty much game over. But of course, Spec does not know about this. As you can see, does not know about these production facilities. They could be here behind the mineral line, or they could be anywhere, basically. But there is this big attack. Both players are sitting at ready even supplies, but there is a very nice army composition here. I do not know if there is charge yet. Those zealots, yes, they have charge. So, oh my god, this is going to be interesting. It's basically going to come down to force fields at this point. SCVs were pulled as well. There is a Colossus backing out of the, not backing out, but coming from the natural, and the it's a sea of zealots just dashing through Spec's army. And although this is quite difficult to understand, I have no idea how all of these Colossi survived. 31 SCVs were killed here. What did these Vikings do at all? Did they do anything at all? I don't even think Hushang lost a single Colossus. Now he did. Now he did for sure. But at what cost? I mean, that cost a lot of Vikings to Spec, and now he's 50 supply behind. There is no storm right now. He's just going to produce a few Templars for Archons. This third, he's sitting on 5 gases. He needs to get. He needs everything right now. He needs a bigger army. He needs to take a 4th. He needs this +2 to finish pretty desperately. As and that's a little bit surprising. There is no attack upgrade for the Protoss player at this moment. So we're gonna be taking a look at this fight. The units are scrambling, full on stim, and just guiding the zealots as much as you can while being out of the range of the Colossus is definitely what you want to be in. That situation. Hushang kind of dancing with his army. All the units for Spec are basically dead. He's fighting in a very, very nice choke, though, to get rid of all the Zealots, and he will. That's basically the first fight that seems to be going nicely, but Spec is basically going to lose everything here. Spec sitting at now 80 supply, and it's GG. Hushang wins the game number 1 without even having a ground weapon upgrade. That's quite the achievement, I guess. Oh my goodness. GG. And I guess what I would remember from this game is without having the map control, Hushang saw everything coming. He saw the drops twice. He saw no, I mean he didn't see the first drop, the Widowmine drop, but he reacted real quick. Only lost a single drone, I believe, because the second Widowmine detonated on a stalker, doing a lot of slash damage, but still, no economy damage, and the subsequent drops and attacks were all deflected perfectly. I mean, he didn't lose a single thing. I think he may have lost one gateway in one of these attacks, but that's it, and that's not enough. Especially when you're pulling SCVs, that was basically the death of. Oh my god, where's my overlay? Hello, there I am. Hello, guys. And let's see here if we can jump in another game. Okay, so there are no lobbies open at the moment. No one's in the game. I guess they must be selecting their player and the map, of course. This is it best of 7? Let me just confirm that. I guess I should just look in the event. I'm so best of 7. Okay. What do you guys think of the Legacy of the Void update? I haven't gone through all of it yet on Team Liquid. Is there anything significant I should see or know about? Anything specific you guys want to say about this? Good game, good job. Yep, indeed. Hushang playing a near perfect game. I would, if I had time, I would jump into replay, but I'm not sure. I really want to see the units lost tab at the end of this game. Must be like significantly to the advantage of Hushang. I mean, it was not even. Those two last fights were not even at all. The SCV pull and the last attack by Hushang, they were totally one-sided. And it could. I don't know if it could have been better. Honestly, I mean, he had everything. He could have had maybe an attack upgrade or two. He could have had Storm, but then again, the Terran player could have had EMPs, and that would have helped, of course. And Widow Mines, I'm not really following TVP, but it doesn't look like Widow Mines are a thing. Like I see them early mid game for the first few attacks. Not necessarily in SCV pulls, but in straight up aggression, straight up bio aggression with some mines, like 2, 3, 4, to soften up the Protoss army and attack. But other than that, like past the 12 or 13-minute mark, you don't see any Widow Mines whatsoever. So I guess they're gonna play with that in the balance. That's not what they expected. I think they expected Widow Mines to become a thing in TVP. You guys aren't very talkative. I guess you haven't seen. Let me try to get the link. Maybe you guys haven't read through the recent updates of Legacy of the Void, and I'm gonna try to find it right now. Oh my god, the Honest trailer. I wanna. Oh, I wanna watch this right after the stream. Definitely, the Honest trailers. I don't know if you guys. I don't know if you guys usually watch or listen to the honest trailers. They're doing games also. Like specifically, if you guys have kids, the Frozen Honest trailer. Oh my god, this is funny as hell. As well as um, Hunger Games is really fun too. They're just destroying the. They're just destroying the logic things behind this. Lord of the Rings. They made The Hobbit as well. Um, and I guess they made League of Legends now. But anyway, we're going to be jumping in game number 2 as we are going to have a ZVP. Let's just update the score right now. Updates. There we go. Boreal ahead 1-0 against Team Ascension A. Or I guess Team Ascension Pro, you should say. And here we go, jumping into game number 2. Map that was selected is Merry-Go-Round, and spawning in the bottom third of this map is our purple Zerg playing for Team Ascension Pro, Mr. Coyote, and his opponent, who won last game. Oh my god, a little bit of smack talk here, friendly smack talk though. Playing for Team Boreal eSports, it's Who Shine! And you guys can't tell I'm losing my voice here. I'm definitely gonna need a bucket of water and ice to finish this clan war off, but we'll see how that goes. Oh my goodness. Is the overlay alright? Yeah, okay, good. Fantastic. PVZ, fun matchup. Coyote, wants to know exactly what Hushang is all about. He's scouting with both the Overlord and the drone, which is something I don't see really often nowadays. I was one of the believers of drone scouting versus Protoss as a Zerg player, and I just stopped doing it nowadays, and I don't quite know why. I don't really know why, because you get so much information from this. Just by seeing and just by counting the pylons, you can eventually deny this expansion. You can scout a Nexus first. You can block buildings down the ramp if they're Forge expanding. You can do a world of stuff, and it just dictates how you're going to react and how early you're going to take this extra base here, this third. And Coyote is taking it right off the bat before the 3-minute mark. It is the 3 hatch before pool. This is going to be interesting because there is no intention just yet from Hushang to expand. He may put down a pylon here on the low ground. Just trying to check if there was maybe a proxy hatch or something that was put down to block the hatchery here, I guess. Cybernetic score is finished. First Zealot is out on the field, and still no expansion coming from Hushang, who did not scout the third, but he definitely saw, yeah, the timing of this spawning pool. He doesn't need to scout the third. Will do anyway, just to confirm, but he didn't need to. It was obvious. I guess he just wanted to know exactly where it was, because it could have been here. It could have been a little bit more hidden on the high ground, I guess, even though that's not really standard. We've seen a number of not standard things in the last map pool, well, this season's map pool. That's going to be reverted. By the way, I believe it's Friday we're returning to the old map pool. Praise the sun. We are saved from Dream Pool. Oh my goodness, this is gonna feel good. Playing these good maps again and just wow, not not being worried about getting worker rushed or something, some cheesy hell thing, whatever. Cause yeah, I've seen worker rushes in this map pool. I know people are sick. Zelnaga Caverns is just not a good map anymore. Anyway, there is a proxy pylon that has been put down. Oh, and I may wonder, and you may wonder why there are so many gateways. Well, that's because it's a 5-gate pressure build. I don't know if this build has a name or something. I know there was a call earlier on. Oh, and the pylon has been spotted. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Let's see here. 14 Zerglings. Luckily for Coyote, he had metabolic boost on the way. That's basically now the only thing that will save him. He's got 14 Zerglings on the way. Already 26 on the field. Not getting a fourth queen. He's got, where are they? Oh, there they are. Yeah, he's gonna need to maximize those 3 queens and their effect, their range to successfully get out of this. Hushang doesn't quite want to engage here unless he's hugging the wall or his pylon. Only Zealots here. Speed has finished, and there may be enough stuff. There is no +1. Remember, Zealots 2-shot Zerglings when they have +1, and they need 3-shot when they only have... Oh, and that's worrisome. Good force field ended by Hushang. They will get 2 queens, and that's exactly what I meant when I said Hushang needed, Coyote needed to maximize the effect of those queens. Look at this. This queen 1v1ing a Zealot here. He will definitely deflect it. Proxy Pylon has been denied, but at what cost? Still, many Zealots live, and Hushang, though he's been supply blocked, 18 Zerglings being rallied by Coyote. Still, if Hushang keeps his Zealot pack in a tight spot, just like where he is right now, doesn't quite need to do anything about these Zealots. He's going to engage them nonetheless. Coyote doesn't have a choice here. Mothership Core will fall! Wow, that's something. It was a fatality for both the Queen and the Mothership Core, but at this point, I think it's GG. Honestly, Coyote sitting at 33 supply, only has 20 drones. Even though he's got these 3 hatcheries, he's trying to go for a counterattack. Not even. He's staying here, and Hushang has way enough Zealots to deal with this. Going to go for an attack on the natural. This third base will eventually go down. Hushang is producing a robo facility, so there is even a follow-up to this. Hushang has a free ride into Coyote's natural. Third has gone down, and Hushang just staying there, holding position. I mean, there could be a counterattack. Do we have... Yeah, there is a sentry back home here. He's morphing in a second one. And with the death of this hatchery, I mean, just what exactly can you do if you're a Coyote? Not much, not much. He may get rid of all of this. I mean, not even. Eventually, oh my goodness. Only 8 Zerglings are being rallied. 3 Zealots are, so to say, dead, but GG is called, and Hushang busts out the 5 gates and wins game number 2. Let's update this right away. Boreal ahead 2-0 against Team Ascension. And this is basically the complete opposite of what we've seen yesterday, as we see Hushang getting 2 quick games, not necessarily easy games, Even though this one looked easy, he just had the perfect counter build to Coyote's 3 hatch before pool, and you can see it. Well, you guys can't, but at some point it was. I mean, Coyote had 1,600 minerals worth of Zerglings, and it's just a downfall all the way down to 400. And all the while, Hushang's army value stayed the same until the very end. And this is quite the history of this game. An old Team Killing Spree friend just asking me if we want to play. Mr. PvP himself is we are going to be, and let me just catch on to chat right now. I'm wondering if you guys have gotten a little more talkative. No, not at all. Get hushed. Get hushed. Hushang's signature. Okay, let's try to get this. It was a link from Team Liquid, and I can't seem to find it. Anyway, I guess it's front page on Team Liquid. I guess. TeamLiquid.net. Da, 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 da. Legacy of the Void multiplayer development update. There you go. Let me just drop this on your faces right now. Boom. Alright. General gameplay changes. Resource changes. In that build, resources were reduced to 70% of what they currently are in the Heart of the Swarm. We really like this setup. Encouraged players to move out and take expansions more aggressively, which led to action-packed games. And all the all-ins that existed before are now like double all-ins because everyone expands aggressively. Okay, makes sense. Half of them. Okay, so they're changing. Half of the mineral patches have 1,500 minerals, same as Art of the Swarm, and the other half as 750. Gas is at 75% of total. So I guess 4 mineral patches will be mined out earlier, so you... Huh. So an expansion's worth will not be the same as time goes on. That's kind of interesting. And it makes sense, you know, it makes sense that not all the mineral patches have the same value. It just makes sense, but is it balanced? That's what we'll see. I prefer balance over make sense. Worker count change. Currently we feel 12 is the correct number because that number feels like the point right before decisions start diverging. Okay, I guess. Okay, oh, that's interesting. We're exploring a couple things in this area, upgrades. The first is to have more meaningful upgrades in the game. Okay, thank you. And then there is a number of changes. Zerg anti-air versus mass strategy. Lurker siege range upgrade no longer has a hive requirement. Additional new Protoss unit. An early game new... Okay, we don't have the specific details yet, but these are the things that we're thinking right now. Early game unit, slow movement speed, phase shift ability. Unit goes completely invulnerable for X seconds on a short cooldown to be able to move in and harass and get out in a different way compared to, say, like blink harass. An invincible early game harass unit. um, okay. I'm switching to Protoss. if that makes it, if that makes it in Legacy of the Void, of course, because there it's only everything will change once again. Getting next will make as soon as possible. Just got a message from April Terran from Team Ascension. They're making everything that's possible to start the next game as soon as possible. What do you think? So basically, everyone likes all the changes. There are polls, and you can vote either I like it, I don't like it, or I don't care on each of the changes. What do you think about mineral changes? 72% like it. I like it, but I'm not sure I think it's balanced. I like the fact that you are exploring this idea. What do you think about worker count change? It's interesting. It's almost 50-50. What do you think about Banshee change? Everyone agrees. Like 90, it's 90% right now. What is this change? Banshee attack range decreased back to 6. Okay, because there was already a speed upgrade to the Banshees, and I guess like they're as fast as Mutas right now. Well, not right now with the speed upgrade. That's interesting. What do you think about Cyclone change? What do you think about Lurker change? 86% say they like it, which is the Lurker siege range upgrade uh, requirement from Hive down to Lair. Is this siege range will still be at a very late tier 2 tech level because it's still gated by not only the Lurker Den but also an upgrade on top of that. I guess. Kind of like it basically puts it at the same level as extended thermal lens. It's an upgrade that's gated by a building before. So you tech to get the Colossus, and then you get this upgrade from the building. It's basically the same thing. So they already have that kind of. Oh, I think we have a. Yep, we're gonna play on Deadwing, and Hushang is still going to be holding the fort for Boreal. What do you think about Infestor change? What the hell? Infestor ability removal plus add. Yes, makes sense. Aggressive mutation, which is this thing that I think was buffing units damage on a flat number, not a percentage. So aggressive mutation was only really effective when combined with Zerglings due to the fact that this ability provides a flat damage buff. Of course. Of course. I mean, if you get a plus 3 attack to Zerglings, that's 60% attack. Whereas if you add plus 3 attack to Roaches, that's only, what is this, like 16-3? I guess it's significantly less. And I guess everyone agrees. Zergantier. New Immortal Barrier. New Immortal Barrier? Immortal Barrier ability is an upgrade. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's a thing. I agree. Completely agree. But let's jump into this game. It doesn't work. Okay, my hotkeys don't work. So let's jump in game number 3. And I just saw the name of this guy. I don't know if it's a troll or either way, doesn't really matter. Okay, so we're going to play on Deadwing. Spotting in the bottom right corner, playing for Boreal eSports, is our red Protoss, Mr. Hushang. And his opponent, oops, there he is, rocking the purple color, playing for Team Ascension, Pro Division, it is a gay guy. So PvP, it's interesting because as I was saying earlier, we are basically seeing the complete opposite of last night's Clan War, where we've been all killed by a Protoss player who had, well, noteworthy skill first and showed prowess in all matchups. Played all of them. And Hushang played a a PVT and won it, played a PVZ and won it, and now he's rocking the PvP, and we'll see what's his plan as both of the players are going to do exactly the same thing for a couple minutes, of course, and hopefully, Legacy of the Void. I mean, the changes they want to apply fit this little gap. I mean, I don't know. Any of you who have casted before, any of you guys who has casted before, knows about the gap, and I'm talking about the period we're living right now. So that period of time before any real decision is made, they say that there is a divergence of builds at 12 workers. I don't really agree. Not all the time. I mean, it's a possibility, but most of the time it's going to be later than that. And as you can see, there is not a big discrepancy between what Gay Guy and Hushang are doing. And we're right in the middle of the gap. You can see the gap much better in mirror matchups because these guys are going to do exactly the same thing. Well, until one of them does something different, of course. Thank you, Captain Obvious. But it may be at what, like maybe 4-5 minute mark. And in long macro games, like if we would have seen Hushang go for a more macro-oriented build in the last map against a 3 hatch before pool, we would have been without any aggression until like the 10 or 12 minute mark, something like that, where there would have been a few skirmishes here and there for map control. This is long. It's a long period for casters. Listen to me talking. I mean, I'm not describing the game right now. I'm just describing this period, and I've been doing it for 3 minutes. Anyway, hopefully this is resolved by Blizzard's really interesting viewpoint on this period of the game in Legacy of the Void. Hushang is moving out with his Mothership Core, and Gay Guy is doing exactly the same. These guys will not high five, but they will be seeing each other. There we go. So they are now confirmed to be. I think they've already scouted each other. They have. Yep, both of them. Second gate being added on now. Twilight Council. These guys are doing still exactly the same thing. There is an extra gate on Hushang's side. And I'm not too sure this is really related to macro. Robo Facility. That's right, there is a change. And he will just sacrifice the Mothership Core to get 3 probes. Is that worth it? I'm not exactly sure that's worth it, and I do not know. It seems this. Oh, okay. So the Mothership Core has been saved. Gay Guy doesn't have any probe kills though. Hushang already had 2 stalkers on the field. Both players are going blink, but Gay Guy, I think, is seeing this as a defensive option. Hallucinated Oracle may mess with Hushang's mind for a little while here. But he should still keep going with this aggression. He's got a proxy pylon, 3 stalkers warping in, whereas there is only a and that's kind of a big problem. The fact that he lost this Mothership Core, I'm wondering what this could have been if Hushang had kept the Mothership Core. Nexus will have to be cancelled here. There's no way you can fight till to save that. But this is what I was expecting. Gay Guy is looking at this more as a defensive blink build because of this ultra fast robo facility. He may be able to deal with this. His blink is slightly delayed, 10 seconds compared to Hushang. Not a big deal, as you guys can see here on the right. Now Hushang has blink. He's gonna try to go for it. If he gets vision, not quite getting the vision he wants, and those stalkers will not blink forward. No other sentries are there to defend. Oh my god, that's not what you want to do, Gay Guy. Already removing half the shield on this Immortal. Immortal has been seen. Hushang will have to start dealing with... Oh, and that was sick! The blink forward snipes both the Immortal and the Mothership Core. Will lose a few stalkers for it, but blink saves the day once again, and I do believe that was a significantly worth engaged for Hushang. Still trying to move forward. Blink micro coming from both players. This is sick, and I closed the production tab. Not quite significant at the moment. Let's see the units tab rather. 7 and 7. This is a very tense moment. The reinforcements are here, but Hushang's numbers in the fight were just too low, and Gigai wins the map. I was looking at the units tab, but all of the units were down here. They were reinforcing, and that's what caused the death of Hushang. Gigai had a whole 7 stalkers fighting. And I guess in the end, the Immortal landed a few shots that were significant. The Immortal also tanked a lot of damage that would have been on Stalkers otherwise. So this is a very interesting defensive blink build from Gigai. And I know you guys are probably having a name for this, like the whoever build or something like that. Because he did it in Pro League or something. GG, well played, definitely. GG's, well played. Hushang, you speak French? You're messing with my mind, dude. Whoa. That was weird. Okay. So our guy went up to warm up his hands, so no rush. Anyway, we're going to be selecting a map. Boreal. It's time for Boreal to do that. Let's just take a quick sneak peek here and update this. So we have a clan war, guys. Of course, you never want to get in that 3-0 situation. We lived it yesterday. It's really hard to deal with. Let's see. Let's see, and I guess we should probably tweet about this right now. Twitter. So, as T Ascension, is there an underscore? I don't think so. Yep, there is. Team Ascension grabs their first map and brings the score back to 2-1 in favor of Boreal eSports. I don't know if I'm going to be able... No, it's not going to fit. Okay. So tonight's clan war continues as Team Ascension grabs their first map and brings score back to 2-1 in favor of Boreal eSports. There you go. Perfect. Nimbus is our next map. Sending out a few tweets here and there and a few posts on Facebook, trying to get more people. And also, guys, if you look just below the stream window, you have a share button. You guys can spam that all the way to #1 stream on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Boreal eSports. Alright. Oh, we're going to have a TVP. Oh, it's it's this guy. Okay. Well, I'm glad he could join us. I'm glad he could join us tonight. And I hope that his game goes a little better. It's on. Oh, it's the same matchup, and it's on the same map, I believe. Let's jump in. Yep. Okay. All right, guys. Game number 4 is underway as Boreal brings Legend to the table, and he is spawning in the top left corner of Nimbus as our green Terran right here. Here is Legend. And his opponent, winner of last game, still rocking the purple Protoss. For Team Ascension, it is Gay Guy. And I have no choice but to expect a long game here. Given the build tendencies we know of Legend. Not that I have seen play, not that I have seen him play in TVP all that much, but I've seen enough. And I'm talking, of course, about Dreamland, where this guy finished second and played a sick best of 5 winners final against Mycross, also from Team Boreal. These guys played, oh my goodness, the sickest TVP I've seen since I played this game. I kept the replays. I eventually want to cast them on my YouTube channel whenever I find the time to do this, because they're long games and they're pretty hard to explain. I had a really rough time. I mean, I always have a rough time casting TVP because it's not my natural matchup, which is kind of why I want to start learning Protoss. Terran is really not for me, but I have a few similarities with Protoss. Not physically though. But I kind of like the way Protoss plays out in a StarCraft 2 game. Either way, Gay Guy will be the first one to find his opponent. We'll just follow this little guy here and see what he sees. He's not going to see anything because that wall is complete. I just stopped. I was expecting for a second supply depot to be put down, but there is no... I mean, those 2 buildings are enough early game. So nothing will get scouted here. Of course, Nimbus offering this very safe first expand for both players. Now, we'll see. I haven't seen the ramp here. I don't know if something is blocking it. Not at all. Legend will scout his opponent. There you go.
Additional supply depots required.
He is also supply blocked at the moment. Of course, well, seeing a probe come back from down here, yep, from up here rather, you must expect that there is an expansion on the way. Chrono Boost were cast upon this Nexus. There is a Mothership Core on the way that's coming out right now. And for all the rest, it's a very standard build. Whatever happens. Command Center finishes on the high ground here. 3 Marines are on the field. No Reapers were made. And the first factory is being produced at the moment. Banking a little bit. I don't know if he's going to go for... Oh no, it doesn't look like it. Okay. I thought he was banking a little bit of minerals for this time. He could have gone maybe for a 3rd CC, but it's unlikely. Very unlikely. Gay Guy moving out on the map with this Mothership Core. Mothership Core has it killed, so I guess, yeah, workers were killed. First blood has been spilled, and it was the scouting SCV of Legend. Gay Guy, by the way, is adding in a starport. Huh. Not something you see. Oh my god, the scan. The money scan. Are you looking for information? Well, there you have it. You have 4 pylons. You know there isn't anything elsewhere at this time of the game. Oh, And the Stargate completes. He knows exactly what's coming his way. Mothership Core will not get killed. Won't get a Marine kill though. But definitely will not get killed. Anyway, there was a recall he could have used. Was there a second? No, he didn't get a second kill. Almost got this SCV. So good reaction time by Legend, moving this out of the way. First Widowmine, I believe, is out. I just heard a Widowmine burrow somewhere. Is it? Oh, it's right here. How sneaky. Hahaha, you don't see it behind the, look at this. You can't see it. That's nice. Second Widowmine being produced. Detection all over the place. You don't want to get caught by, you don't want to get caught by DTs. Of course. You have basically no idea what your opponent is doing. Well, no. Rather, he does have an idea. He doesn't want to get caught by flying units. That's it. That's in reaction to the Stargate. I forgot he saw it. And First Oracle indeed will not get a kill for now. No, my bad. He does have a kill. He will get a second one. My god, so much damage. How much? I'm wondering how much DPS. I wonder if someone calculated the DPS of an Oracle. It must be completely amazing. That has to be the highest DPS in the game. I can't imagine. I can't imagine that there is a higher DPS than this ability. Second Oracle should be on the way, or it's already here. Where is it? Okay, it's defending, I guess. Whoops. Delaying the production facilities a little bit here. Oh, the Oracle ran out of energy. He's gonna lose it. And the Oracle, those missile turrets, they all three of them landed some shots on this Oracle. So I guess Legend really knows where the Protoss players are going with these Oracles whenever they're harassing.
Research complete.
Oops. I'm receiving Skype messages. I may have to close that. Now transitioning. Gigai is transitioning on. Not transitioning at all. Let me go back to production. Double Stargates are being added on. Phoenix is the build. Still, this Oracle lives here, and there is a forge completed. He's going to be able to land cannons. A third has been put down by both players. Legend slightly ahead in that area, but in Harvesters, Gigai is going to benefit from this third way before his opponent. As the Nexus completes, there should be a transfer. There it comes, and already 7 workers over here. Gigai. Oh my god, it's Void Rays. 3 Void Rays at a time. Is he getting... Oh, yes he is. Where is it? It's right here. He's getting +1 attack for the flying units. He's going to go fully air, or so it seems. He's still got 1, 2, 3. It's 3 gates. 3 gates and 3 Stargates. Mules are being harassed. Not quite going to get this one. A drop is coming from a Legend, and well, Gigai knows about it. He scouted all of it. First, my god, what is this game? There is a ghost already out on the field. It's only 11 minutes. I didn't even see that. I did not expect that. Second ghost is being produced at the moment. Legend is going to try to come here and harass. A 4th base is being put down. Legend knows about it. He's going to try to go for a drop here. What are those? Hellbats. Hellbats can handle this photon cannon all day long. Photon overcharge has been casted. Medivacs, one of them will fall, one of them will boost out of the way. Still, that's only 2 workers killed for the price of a Medivac and 2 Hellbats. Not quite the trade that you would have expected. Tempests are out on the field, and well, Legend does not know about it. Drilling claws for Widowmines are being added. 3 Tempests are being produced at a time. There's already 3 on the field. And this is going to be hard. I mean, Legend's army will not have a whole lot of mobility. Even though he does have ghosts. He does have widow mines to help him set up control over a few areas, but whatever Gay Guy is going to decide, there's no anti-air. There's only a handful of Vikings, and that's it. Oracle will get sniped from like 1,000,000 kilometers. Void Rays are attacking, and I mean, Marines are not even there to fight. That's a really big problem. Tempests are shooting their... Oh my god, these Widow Mines are just out of range. That's quite sad. And yeah, Legend, you gotta back down. You gotta back out with those tanks. Hellbats out on the field, going to try and harass. 6 Tempests with plus... Okay, I thought I was in production. 8 Tempests? Really? No, that's not possible. So 8 on the field with 3 being added once again. A 4th Stargate has been added. And I'm kind of wondering, is Gay Guy really doing... It's 5. There are 5 gates. 5 Stargates. I don't know where's the 5th one. There it is. It's 5 Tempests at a time. And it's only Tempests. This is kind of the weirdest build I've seen, and it kind of relates, it kind of brings me back to the games I was talking about between Legend and Micros at Dreamland. This is basically what happened, except Legend had to go full air. He's producing, yeah, double Vikings. He needs, I guess, to get, yeah, more starports. There he does. There was a little bit of harass going out. There were 11 workers killed here. I guess there was a drop in the main. Completely missed it, my bad. But still, so that brings back both of our players to even harvesters. Gay Guy is on 4 bases. He's going to be able to saturate this fourth pretty quickly as this base mines out. And let's see here. Legend has a whole lot of ghosts. He has how many Vikings? 9, 10 Vikings. He has a Thor with +1 attack. +2 attack is, well, not even close. 100 seconds away. And Gay Guy has 15 Tempests. And everything just dies right now. And there is even detection here for the Widow Mine. Not a lot that Legend can do at this point. He's gonna get sniped, a few tanks being sniped. And really, can you do anything? I'm not even sure. He's producing 3 Vikings at a time, +2 attack. Has it been completed? It has not been completed. Widow Mines have burrowed and burrowed, and this fight is so weird. Carriers are being produced. 5 carriers at a time, should I mention. +2 attack. A little bit late. Of course, he needed that fleet beacon. Probably forgot about it, or maybe it was intended. I'm not sure. 5 carriers will be added to this mix. So 7 carriers and how many? 12 Tempests remaining. They're very likely to have +2 the next time these guys engage. And I mean, I guess Legend doesn't have a choice but to go full air. He's still producing mech units, and what does he want to do with it? Like, maybe harass or something? There's so many photon cannons here at this 4th. This 3rd is also going to be, well, not pretty well protected, but kind of far away to harass. Carriers all over the place. Graviton Catapult is not an upgrade you see pretty often in Heart of the Swarm, which upgrades the speed at which interceptors are launched from the carriers. Splitting out the Tempest to avoid splash damage from random Widow Mines landed on the map. That's a really nice touch by Gay Guy. And I'm wondering here, is there anything Legend can do? How many Vikings does he have? 13, 12, 13. There is a nuke in stock. Good Widow Mine connection here. We'll get a lot of the carriers, and yeah, this is kind of sick. I did not expect that. I didn't even see the Widow Mines drop. But anyway, there are still 6 carriers. and a whole lot of Tempest to work with for Gay Guy. There's no way, and okay, I guess he's going to try. No, he can't solve the view. Good connection once again by those forward Widow Mines. There's detection. There's even two observers here. Not much that Legend can do at the moment. He's producing a Raven. It may come in handy if he's able to land a few Seeker missiles here and there. Maybe doing some splash damage to the interceptors. Maybe. +3 attack has been started for both players. No, +1 armor has been added as well by Legend. And it's going to be only carriers from this point on. I feel like this is 7 versus 1 computer in Brood War all the way over again. These carriers pack a punch, and out of position as he is. This is a very nice spot to abuse the air units for a Protoss player. Look at the range of those Tempests. It's insane. Interceptors will get scouted. Seeker missile has been launched. Will connect. No, will not connect. My bad. I thought I saw the Seeker missile launch. Will not be the case. Widow Mines are going to be burrowing with drilling claws. They're burrowing really quickly. That's still 21 workers killed for Gay Guy, and still has a whole lot of work with. He's getting a 5th base, doing his little thing here and there. Seeker missile connected, not going to hit. Legend scouts left and right, sees the eventual 5th base. It's completed. So drones will, not drones, but it seems Interceptor's drying is pretty epic on extreme graphics. I should try that, I guess. On my end, they just explode. Eventual 4th base of Legend gets denied. Still a lot of SCVs going down here. 15, 16. Legend sitting at 111 supply. Army supply is still kind of even, I guess. Well, kind of even. That's not true at all. Well, now 133 to 80. And most of the units are not even attacking in the air. Widow Mine connections will get a few interceptors, but not connect on the carriers. And I believe that's going to be it. There you go. GG. GG is called, and Gay Guy takes game number 4, brings us back to a 2-2 situation where it's anybody's game. Remember, this is a best of 7 match. This was a weird match. GG. Really, really weird. The full air Protoss. I guess we should watch the replay and go back to this point where Gay Guy decided to go full air. I'm really wondering what he saw. Maybe he saw the double. I guess it was double factories being added on. Maybe that just said, oh, he's going mech. Let me go full air right off the bat. Right off the bat, before you even start harassing me with all that stuff and dropping Hellbats, which may be the right reaction in the end. Maybe the right reaction. Still, great performance by both players. Gay Guy, I mean, oh my god, that's almost 15k army value. And it never went down, except at the very end. I guess he knew he had the game, and he just let a few carriers die in a full-out battle, so he lost a little bit. But other than that, it only went up from the beginning. So I'm gonna need to go get some water before the next game starts. guys have anything to say in the chat? Shit hit the fan. Sneaky Mind, yeah, Mass Air, crazy game. Crazy game. Might be Carnage. It's not Carnage. It's really Legend. Yep. Not entirely sure this is how he wants to be called, but I guess we'll see. For a main Boreal account, I don't know if we'll keep it as a barcode or not. I guess as long as he has the tag, it doesn't really matter. But in a clan war situation, you should be able to know. So I guess if he's the only barcode, it's okay. Because, you know, it's the barcode. It's the only one. But if everyone gets a barcode, I mean, you got to know who you're playing against. That's how it works. Otherwise, it's cutting off the advantage of selecting a map and a build. Like, when you play a barcode, if you don't know who you're playing, it may change your early game decisions. I can make next. Nope, that's not the right one. So I guess we're still in the process of selecting a map, getting a more carrier. Yeah, I'm weirded out every time we see a carrier. I don't know, not really entirely sure what this is all about. Hmm. So yeah, I was talking about the Protoss changes. Immortal Barrier ability is an upgrade. The barrier ability combined with the new ranged pickup warp wrist has been too difficult to defend against without having air units. You don't say. I guess like 100%, maybe 99.9. Even Protoss is, even the Protoss players thought this was overpowered, completely overpowered. We're currently testing having the ability as an upgrade. We may need to make tweaks to improve the ability if needed. To improve the ability? Isn't it good enough that you can range pick up immortal units? Anyway, I guess the problem is that it comes too early in a game. I should play Legacy of the Void. The map they made in, I don't know if it's been changed yet. It's not a lot to work with. Like, eh. I mean, how are you going to? How are you going to be upgrading your map if you don't have like specific numbers? It's kind of hard. So but still, it's a style of play. And I'm just waiting, guys, for the next map to be created. We are at 2-2 right now. Team Ascension versus Boreal. And Gay Guy is on a roll right now. He's playing really well. Gave us a really good Skytoss build. He had 5 Stargates. 5 Stargates running. I mean, this guy is in. Is it top 50? I think it's top 50. GM. He's 40th. That's quite good. That's quite good. Team Ascension. They've also got Hayes. I don't know if he's in the channel right now, but this could be a tough opponent. He's sitting at the 9th position right now. Wow. It's not often you see the star with the star, like the Grandmaster League star with the top 16 star. It's quite an achievement. Quite the achievement, indeed. So I don't know if we're going to be playing. No, we will. We definitely will. Guess I should be looking for some... I was gonna say music, but not really. Because, they're pretty much blocking every music now. Both on Twitch replays and YouTube transfers. Oh, I guess we have a lobby here. Join game. There we go. We do have the lobby. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. These guys are trolling me, saying, "No, you have to suffer. You can't get any water." I'll be right back with more water and hopefully more voice for game number 5. This is getting really interesting. Be right back, guys. Water has arrived. And I'm back. Let's just tell these guys that we can go. Alright, let's put this back on and switch it to King Sejong Station, which is going to be our next map. And Carnage is the selected player for Boreal, as I may use the early game here to take a few sips of water. I'm really, really thirsty and tired. Ah. Alright. Game number 5 is on their way as we spawn here in King Sejong Station. Bottom right corner is Team Ascension's Gay Guy. And spotting in the top left corner. Boy, that introduction is kind of lame right now. Let me just start that over again. Spotting in the bottom right corner of King Sejong Station, playing for Team Ascension Pro. He won the last 2 games. He's looking for a 3rd game in a row here. It is Gay Guy. And his opponent, the next contender for Boreal eSports, rocking the purple Zerg color here, is our good friend Carnage. That was a little bit better. Alright. So, early game shenanigans. Let's see what these guys have in store for us. First gate, so this is not going to be Nexus first. First gate is down for Gay Guy. He's going to be scouting, most likely, with this probe. Carnage has a 14 pool down. Very likely to go get an expansion. And how late is this scout? He may not even get to block it, or he'll get just in time. This is gonna be tight. Is Carnage able to slip it? No, he's right on time to block it. As all the minerals he needs to build a pylon here, and he probably will, as these guys are playing the micro games. It could have been. Just again. Every time Gay Guy is leaving, yeah, now Carnage is going to drop the expansion. 6 Zerglings on the way. I guess just in case there was a pylon drop down, maybe. Let's just close all of this. Hang on, guys. More violence. How embarrassing to lose to that name. It's just a name, man. Guy is maybe not even gay. Maybe it's just to mess with your mind. Carnage with 6 Zerglings now on the field. Going to cross the map. Harass a little bit. Try to get this probe. The other 5 Zerglings just making their way to the undefended Nexus here that will complete in a few seconds. No Mothership Core on the way. And that's not the next, that's not next in the line of production either. This Zealot cannot afford to be surrounded here. There are 2 now, so that's not going to be a problem at all. So these Zerglings will just basically scout and leave. Good job on getting the probe, though. Maybe a second one. Yes, not losing. No, only losing. Well, only losing. I was gonna say only losing one Zergling, but still, 3 Zerglings for 2 probes is a good trade. Not a very significant trade, but a trade nonetheless. Third base is down and has completed for Carnage. He's getting +1. No, not +1. He's getting metabolic boost, Zergling speed, and not grabbing any extra gas at the moment. It's been a while since I've seen that. It's been a while since I've watched any mainstream Zerg streams as well. So this may have become a thing, like an earlier first gas to get early speed. Or maybe he just expects Gay Guy to go for a lot of aggression early and feels that he needs Zergling speed to deal with it. Of course, on this end, we see, yeah, gateways. It's that time. It's that time where gateways are being added on by the Protoss player. Let's see how many exactly. For now, it's 3 for a total of 4. There is an Immortal on the way, already a Sentry on the field. Second base has been saturated. It's not going to be Immortal Sentry because he doesn't have these 4 gases. At least he would need a third to start with, and this one to be fully saturated as well. He's missing a worker here, so he may run out of gas, whatever he's doing. A 5th gateway. There are now 5 in production, actually 4 in production, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a total of 5. 6 and 7. There you go. I was looking for it. There's no other tech. There is no anything. He's not harvesting gas here. There has to be a mineral spending option for him, and it's going to be gateways. 16 Zerglings in production. Carnage kind of expects aggression. Not seeing a third base, of course. He knows about this. Neither of the players has the full map control, but map vision advantage goes to Carnage at the moment. Exactly for that reason. He saw the push coming out. And I kind of like this not Immortal Sentry build from Gay Guy. In fact, it's an Immortal Zealot build. And even though Carnage with those 11 Banelings is not going to be able to kill the Immortals, he may soften up most of the Zealots enough. Well, kill them maybe. Or just soften up enough so that the Zerglings can finish them up. A few roaches are on the field. Production shows still a couple more on the way. It all depends on these Banelings. This third could go down. There is enough army here for Gay Guy, and there is the Mothership Corps support as well. Oh my goodness, he gets everything! Connections were perfect! Even saves and gets the sentry. These units will just die a horrible death, and it's GG right off the bat. Boy, that was a quick game. 10-minute marks directly on creep, fighting against Banelings. He never saw them. Never expected them. Wow. GG. Yeah. Hero of SC Reddit. Rift King Punisher. I've heard a few of that stuff. I'm not the one focusing on drama. I don't focus on drama a lot. I heard about this though. I don't know exactly why, but I heard about the... I think they called it the downfall of base trade TV. Something like that. The fiasco or something. Whatever. Anyway, doesn't really matter because he won the game. And he got this very important 5th game in the pocket for Boreal. And he's going to be playing the next one again. Of course. Wow. And I should probably switch it again just to show you guys. Look at this. In full screen. Look at this here. Army value was still higher for Gay Guy at the end of the game. That is completely sick. That is completely sick. And yet, he tapped out. And it really seemed like there was no way he was going to win. I guess it was reinforcements a lot. If he reinforced during that moment here, that is a sick... Well, these connections were sick. Okay, so April Terran, the admin for Team Ascension, is just going to hop on Europe real quick and try to see if their 4th guy is here. Just want to jump in real quick and see if I can get the rank of Mr. Carnage. He's top 100, I think that is. Probably like, yeah, 77th. Just a few points short of top 50. He's like less than 50 points away, and he has 110 bonus pool. Gonna have to spend that real quick, otherwise you get kicked. Carnage Hero. I gotta check this. You guys are making me peek at Reddit. Our StarCraft? I never go on Reddit. Almost. What do I search for? Rifkin? Nope. Doesn't work. Okay. Okay. 3 days ago. Wow. I guess that was a. I'm guessing there was a big mess up. Okay. I guess I'm gonna spend some time reading this. It's not that big of a drama, I guess. I don't know. Not really sure about this. So is there a guy? Well, he's sorry for the wait. He's on his way. That's good. Oh, someone gave me a Reddit link. Ha! I love Reddit links. They're like clickbait, but legitimate. Okay. Wow, that's a long post. Okay, I'm gonna check this out. I feel like I feel like I need to know this now. I've been avoiding I've been avoiding drama all my life, and yet I'm looking for it right now. Anyway, so the next player is on their way for next player is on his way for Team Ascension. As we're going into a game number 6 tonight. Game number 6, so it's 3-2 in favor of Boreal right now. Match point. And so we either get a Boreal win in the next map, or we get an ace match in the following, which is indeed as awesome. Of course, I want to cast as many matches as I can, but I also really want Boreal to win. So I guess everyone wins. And I can't even put on any music. I'm sorry, guys. Do 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 do. Oh my god, I just saw the name Combat X. Oh my god, really? is the most revealing. He does not scout once. You don't see all the stalkers getting deselected. Okay, so there were hacks basically, and Carnage got passed over. That sucks. That sucks. I think I was even watching Base Trade TV that night. I remember Rifkin talking about a branch of the bracket that was late for some reason. Anyway, okay. Coming back to our match, we have a lobby. Remaining maps: Catalina and the what's it called? Fox. I don't even remember. Foxtrot Labs, I think it was. Foxtrot Labs. Yes, it is. Okay, so Catalina and Foxtrot Labs are the last two matches. Oh, it's BioIce. Nice. Love this guy. So Carnage and BioIce are going to be playing a ZVZ. Someone from Root is spectating as well. Weasel alert. What? Carnage is ready. BioIce is ready, and we are going to be jumping in game number 6 right away. Finally. Finally. Here we go. I will update this. So we're now at 3-2 in favor of Boreal. It's match point. And wait for it. ZVZ. This could be a quick one. But we'll see. As our players spawn in the bottom right corner of Catalina is our player from Boreal, winner of last game. A possible Clan War winner this time. It is Carnage! And spawning in the, top third, I should say. Top right. I guess we could say that. For Team Ascension, it is the one and only BioIce. Let's see here. I was talking about the gap earlier. It's going to be interesting. I guess ZVZ is the matchup where players can diverge really, really quicker than in the other matchups. We're over the minute mark, and these guys, good luck, good luck. Okay. BioIce will be scouting his opponent first, since Carnage just sent out his Overlord in the wrong way. All the way. See, this is a critical timing. 15, 14 supply. Both players seem to want to go for hatch firsts here. There is a drone on the way. No, it is a 15 pool. Okay. 15 pool and 15 hatch for BioIce. We'll see how quickly Carnage decides to expand, or there might be some gas involved. I guess we would see the extractor right away. It's just not the case. As he's banking up all the way up to 250 minerals, it is obviously going to be an expansion. There it is. Gas is being added on. Oh, that's interesting. A very, a very quick gas considering the hatch first. Gas before pool, after hatch first. And I basically only have seen all-ins being done out of this. I may be wrong, but... Alright, so BioIce is the first to scout. Sees the gas from Carnage. Doesn't quite see the spawning pool. But if he goes all the way back down, oh my god, he's not gonna go? He may still think, oh, he's gonna see. I don't know if he had the map awareness at that time in that area. Let's see if he sees it again. Nope, there he just crossed right in front of the Overlord. Seeing those Zerglings, of course, gives you exactly what you need, the info you need to, deduct the timing of the hatchery. Meanwhile, BioIce started Zergling speed just now. A little bit late, maybe, as he already has 50, he already has enough for a Baneling Nest if he wants to. Slightly supply blocked. Baneling's Nest is cast. Well, is cast. It's put down. Double extractors only to save the drones, and now Zerglings will try to get this. Oh, just by. Wow, that was really close. Zergling tries to come back for it, and he will eventually get the drone. 2 Zerglings for drone. Both players are going to the Baneling Nest. Yeah, I guess he really wanted that drone. You're not going to deny me. Alright, so BioIce here. Both players sitting at 36 supply. Both of them are supply blocked. But let's see the units, as this will be the most significant way to describe what's happening. 10 Zerglings, 18 Zerglings before Carnage even has a single one on the field. It's now 18 to 8. 8 more in production for Carnage. Both players have a completed Baneling's Nest. Carnage is the first one to add some Banelings. 6 of them. Both players have speed, and this is now going to go all the way down to micro. Aggression is on the way. 3 Banelings are started, as they're not going to be quite defended. Good connections here. This first Baneling is denied, and all of them get denied, and this last one got quite the, that connection was quite worth it. 1 Baneling for 4 Zerglings is, well, basically the minimum you want. For an even trade, it's 1 for 3, but still, you always want to get ahead. These 2 Banelings will complete here, as Carnage is on the counter aggression, trying to get a few drones. Only will get 1. BioIce will let those live. Doesn't quite want to try to get them all with 1 Baneling. As BioIce comes back for aggression here, some buildings will be built here for a little wall off. Carnage sitting on 3 Banelings, and this is basically the end of aggression as we know it from BioIce, who transitioned all the way to Spire. But I guess he won't have an optimal amount of drones to deal with this. So, Baneling straight out. Delays the third base of Carnage a little bit. Only a slight little bit. Carnage is going for, yeah, he's got 3 gases. He's going for the +1 end speed for Roaches. Meanwhile, Spire is over halfway done. We've got 500 gas stacked up for BioIce. So, I mean, he's going to be able to get out the Muta's numbers. But he's not going to be able to get this third base as quickly as possible. And he's now adding Spine Crawlers. No, he just got it. He just got it. And that means he's not going to get the most... Huh, what did he cancel? He got so much minerals all at once. He still got 7 Mutas? Okay. Okay. Why not? So, Spore Crawlers. What is this? Mutas? Yep. Mutas just come out now. I got pinged for some reason. Spore Crawlers. 3 of them being produced at the moment. 1 in the main, 1 in the natural. Is this enough, though? Is this enough? Carnage will have to produce a few Overlords as... there you go, that's the second one going down. And more of them may be on the way, as these two are just sitting out in the middle of the field. These two here, and the Overseer. Huh. There it is. Carnage still a little bit supply blocked. 3 Overlords only being produced. Spore has been produced in a little surprising spot here. BioIce loses 1 muta to it. But each of the bases now have their little personal Spore Crawler. Guesses will be able to get harassed though, as this is not quite the optimal location for the Spore Crawler at this point. And I gotta say, I'm impressed, because BioIce is sitting on... He had 8 mutas, he's now sitting on 7. He's forcing so much concentration on Carnage. He's got... I mean, Carnage is moving around, microing the queens. He's got 5 queens now in total, producing a 6th. Even maybe a 7th here in the main, not quite, but still. And the drone transfer. Oh my god, that's 14 workers killed. And almost nothing is going Carnage's way right now. BioIce started the hive before adding a single muta. Now he's adding in more, a total of 9. He's gonna be having what, like, well, 16. I was gonna say 16. It's 14 in total. There is a lonely Overlord here that could have got sniped, but won't. I was gonna say everything is pretty much well defended here, but once again, I mean, Queen gets sniped. Army gets rallied in the main. Oh, he almost got it. I was smelling the fungal growth here. Not quite going to get it. I'm going to close the units. I just now realized I closed the production. So BioIce adding in a lot of drones right now. And a lot of static defense. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? So you're dealing... Oh, really? Greater Spire. Huh. You don't see that often. Still, it could work. It could definitely work. 4 more infestors are being added. A few more roaches as well. Carnage is ahead in supply. But of course his army is way more supply heavy with those roaches. BioIce. Oh, little run by attempted here. Not quite gonna get anything of worth. But in the meantime, an attempt at denying this 4th will work, as this... Oh, not even cancelled. That hurts a little bit. Carnage doesn't have quite the bank at the moment, as he will rebuild this base. Oh, and look at this. This gas is not in range of any of the Spore Crawlers. And it'll get denied. Not quite the situation you want to be in when you're transitioning on Hydras at the moment, by the way. We've got Groove Spine's upgrade on the way here for Carnage. How many... Just exactly how many... only 7. And I don't think that got cancelled once again. It was denied. Hydras are on the field. They have +1 attack, +2 attack, +1 armor is being researched at the moment. 7 Hydras. 7 infestors, rather. And you know what? BioIce is fine with this. He's just roaming around with the mutas. He's got a 5th base on the way. Completed, I mean. And a 6th base also completed. Hell, he's got 70, not 70, but 85 harvesters. While Carnage is sitting on 57. Which is quite interesting, because what that means is Carnage's army supply is significantly higher than BioIce's. And I don't see any corruptors anywhere near. Oh my god, there they are. That's why I don't see any corruptors anywhere near, because they're broodlords. And what are you gonna do? I mean, Carnage doesn't have any Vipers. He does have the army to deal with this, with, well, eventual fungals. He's got roaches that will tank the shots coming from the broodlords. But still, he's gonna have to focus them it's gonna be a rough fight. But if he wins it, he basically wins the game. I mean, BioWise cannot afford to lose these bases and cannot afford to lose these Brood Lords. They're going to be attacking from the high ground. That's going to be an interesting option. Carnage instantly starts producing a Spire. Will back out of this. Will lose a few units, but that's it. As a handful of roaches are headed for the newer expansions of BioIce. Two queens and the spore crawlers are ready to defend this here. As the main mines out slowly but surely for Carnage, and this fourth base is under siege once again. Infested Terrans are cast upon the army. Fungal is down on the Mutas. All of them will die. They're under fire from the Hydras right now, but the Broodlords are just going ham on the Roaches. They're doing their job. They're tanking everything. And right now, I mean, those Broodlords have to be focused. They are focused, but only 5 Hydras remain, and it's not going to be enough. It is not going to be enough. Still, 5 Broodlords live. And I guess, I mean, this could be repelled. 13 Corruptors produced by Carnage. Fourth base goes down once again. He's taking the one on the far left here. That's a good idea. Spore Crawler is surrounded and will witness it have a horrible death. Oh, Carnage, rally point. Oh my god. 2 Corruptors gave for free, 2 more. It's definitely not what you want. So many mutas right now for our friend BioIce. 26. 5 Broodlords, 5 Corruptors, whereas Carnage only sitting on 10. Only sitting on 10 Corruptors. Oh my god, this Fungal could change everything. If he can chain the Fungal, there it goes. Chain the Fungals on the Mutas. All of the Infestors have died though. And that is really not good news for Carnage, who will die a horrible death once. I was going to say once again here, but he hasn't lost yet. BioIce still sitting at 161 supply. Some more Broodlords will be morphed. Carnage is doing, that's quite a shame. He lost all of, yeah, he did. I thought he could have backed them out, and I just lost them out of sight, but no, he lost the Infestors, and that's really what he needed. This base will not even get denied, I think. He's not going to cancel it. He's just going to go for it. Doesn't really matter if he loses it at this point. 6, now 7 Broodlords on the field. Queens are there to fight. Transfuse going down on the Spore. Barely saving it. Saves it once again. No, won't, finally. And there's a really nice army of Hydras here. They have +2 attack, so they're going to be packing a punch. But the surround from the Broodlords is just too much. And once again, Carnage loses his whole army, reproducing 17 Hydras, but not going to be enough. And GG, BioIce takes game number 6 and brings us to an ace match here tonight. Boreal versus Team Ascension now going to game 7. And who will take the last match for Boreal? Who will take the last game? GG, well played. Indeed, that was a really nice game. I did not expect Hive so early coming from BioIce. I guess he just took advantage of the fact that he was ahead for a lot of time. I mean, past the 11-12 minute mark, as I said, he took so much of Carnage's energy just defending those mutas. And that drone transfer where he lost 14 drones as well, that was hard. And Carnage basically held himself around 60 to 70 harvesters, workers active. And in the end, BioIce was almost at 100. So, for the most, well, more than half the game. More than half the game. Our last map is going to be Foxtrot Labs. We are going to jump in the lobby. Let's see who's going to play it for Boreal. Of course, we know that Team Ascension is showing BioIce, and it's Kwanzar tonight. Huh, he doesn't have the... Why doesn't he have the tag? I guess he's gonna get it when he joins? How weird is that? Kwanzar... No, he does have the tag. There he is. Just a slight bug from my StarCraft 2 game. BioIce versus Kwanzar is going to be another ZVZ. Yes, indeed, the ZVZ it is. It is. You just catch up on chat. Not a lot happening. You guys aren't talkative tonight. I understand. It's Christmas. I'm tired. I will enjoy these vacations. I'm gonna have about a week and a half off. Alright. Jumping in game number 7 tonight. Ace match between Team Ascension and Boreal. Boreal started by taking the first 2 games, then Team Ascension replied, taking games 3 and 4. And finally, games were exchanged until this point, where it's game 7. All in or nothing. And this game is on the way as we see the player spawning in the top left position of Foxtrot Labs, playing for Boreal. He's going to be our Teal Zerg today. It is Kwanzar! And his opponent won last game with a very nice Sky Zerg build. For Team Ascension, it is BioIce. And here it goes. Another ZVZ. Another day, another ZVZ. One ZVZ a day keeps the doctor away, as they say. I mean, I don't think they say that, but if they would, it would be awesome. So, very peculiar spawning locations, as it is. This map is not completely symmetric. If you spawn in the... I mean, it's always cross spawn. Let me rephrase that. You always spawn cross spawn in this map, so you know exactly where your opponent is right as the game starts. But the starting locations are not exactly the same if you are in the positions our players are, or if you are the opposite cross side. So these positions have bigger mains, smaller naturals, a slight choke point in the middle here, and a third covered by rocks. Whereas these locations have a smaller main, a big natural, a really big natural with 3 entries. Noise. Noise. No ice. Bioget. I'm not sure I understand what's going on right now, but anyway. One regret, bigot. Anyway. Okay. So both of our players expanded here. Both of our players got gas. BioIce is the player this time, getting 6 Zerglings right off the bat. Not quite going with the early gas as we saw him do in the last game. So speed is going to be ahead by a quite large margin here for Kwanzar. I haven't seen the expansion timings. Oh, they're pretty even. Pretty even. 6 Zerglings crossing the map for BioIce now, almost at Kwanzar's natural. 2 Zerglings in production, 1 Queen in the main. I think there was one already completed, but nothing to defend it here. As BioIce will try to get in the main. Let's see what he sees. As he scouts, 4 Zerglings are seen. And that's about it. He may land a few shots. Not even. He's just going to get out of there. 6 Zerglings versus 6. And this little aggression here kind of worked as he forced more Zerglings by Kwanzar. Unless it was his plan all along. Because he's now adding on 10. And a Baneling's Nest. So he may counterattack very quickly with that. But at this number of Zerglings scouted by BioIce, he saw... Yeah, he's producing a Baneling's Nest of his own. He should be okay. But that's quite a shame because Kwanzar missed these 2 Zerglings. Yeah, those are rallied. BioIce doesn't quite know about it, can only guess. Still, he's got the right guess. Baneling's Nest is in production. Is it going to be on time though? There will still be a 1-minute gap between both players' speed upgrades. Ramp has been walled off here. Metabolic Boost kicks in for Kwanzar right now. 6 Banelings are being produced outside of the natural, and right off the bat, he will focus this Baneling's Nest. Getting a few shots off by Queens. You definitely want to avoid that. And now 6 Banelings making their way, getting a good connection on those lings. 5 Banelings being produced as well by BioIce here, trading 2 Banelings for 3 of BioIce's is Kwanzar, and this fight is going well to his advantage, as BioIce is going to try by all means to defend this Baneling's Nest. Banelings will complete here, and it's going to be a massacre. There it is. But Banelings detonating on BioIce's side as well will get good connections on Kwanzar's Zerglings. Baneling's Nest not quite killed yet. And Kwanzar will stick to the aggression. 12 Zerglings being rallied right now. Still Kwanzar. Oh my god. And the reinforcements come in. BioIce detonated a Baneling here manually, killing absolutely no Zerglings. Oh, be careful here. That's 1 Baneling for 6. Good connection. 1 Queen falls. Zerglings are fighting in a choke. 3 Banelings have been completed again by BioIce. You won. Oh my goodness. If he gets a good trade here, you could get... There you go. Gets the explosion on the Baneling's Nest, and that's the last of Baneling. That's the last Banelings you'll see for a while for BioIce. Rebuilding this Baneling Nest as soon as possible. He's only working with 1 that was producing... He's got 2 now, though. 2 completed. 1 was already completed, 1 was in production. Now, Kwanzar fighting with the Zerglings. Trying to prevent any damage from being dealt to his Banelings. Splitting by all means. And now that's only 1 Baneling left. Let's see what Kwanzar is able to do with these Banelings. One of them gets sniped by a Queen. Good connection once again. Snipes the Spinecrawler. That's 2 Spinecrawlers in production. And it seems that BioIce will hold this. He's able to rebuild this Baneling Nest. 1 Spinecrawler has been completed, and 1 is also in the making here. Reinforcements keep coming in for BioIce. For Kwanzar as well, for Kwanzar. BioIce is... he's starting to drone a little bit behind this. He feels very safe. Of course, he has those 2 Spinecrawlers completed right now, and getting a 3rd one, and I guess could this be game? Seriously, what are you going to be able to achieve? And Kwanzar knows about these Spinecrawlers. He knows about them. Kwanzar is asking, what's your supply? And I guess they're pretty even. 85. Yeah, BioIce goes 85. Of course. Why are you even asking? Nothing will get achieved here. He's not even going to get a Queen. 3 Spinecrawlers are enough to hold this. One'Zar will try to throw everything he has at BioIce's face, but BioIce was able